Coverage is provided in part by AARP, a nonprofit, nonpartisan member association, 87,000 strong in North Dakota, dedicated to enhancing quality of life for all as we age, and by the members of Prairie Public.
Prairie Public's coverage of Election 2008. I'm Matt O'Lean, and it's my honor to be moderating the debate between the candidates for the office of Governor of North Dakota. Our guests today are Republican John Hoeven, seeking a third term as North Dakota's governor, and Democrat Tim Mathern, state senator from Fargo. Our co-sponsor this year with Prairie Public is AARP of North Dakota. We'd like to thank them for their generous support in helping fund these debates. Each candidate will have a 1-minute opening and closing statement. In between, they'll be asked questions and discuss topics chosen by Prairie Public and AARP of North Dakota. Based on a coin toss ahead of time, Senator Mathern will go first on his opening statement.
Thank you, Matt, and thank you, Prairie Public, for hosting this debate. I'm running for governor because I know the potential of this state. My roots are deep in a wheat field south of Edgeley, North Dakota. The state is benefiting now because of high prices in oil and grain, but middle-class families are struggling to deal with the high costs of gas, groceries. I understand that struggle. For the last 8 years, property taxes have gone up, while other taxes have been stockpiled into a $1 billion surplus. College and health care costs have skyrocketed, and communities in our rural areas continue in a decline. My opponent has already had 8 years. Now is the time not to come up with new proposals.
For 1 minute, you can revisit these as we go. 1 minute opening statement, Governor Hoeven.
Thank you, Matt, and thank you to Prairie Public Television for sponsoring this debate. I ran for governor, and I'm running for a governor again, to make sure that we continue to create more jobs, more opportunity, better paying careers in North Dakota for our people. That's what will keep our people here and bring others back. And we're doing that. We've created more than 30,000 jobs. We have on the order of 15,000 jobs open and available today. And it's that demand for labor that's moving wages and income higher. And at the same time, it's creating a larger, more diversified economy that enables us to fund our priorities like education and health care, that enables us to set aside a reserve, a rainy day fund for the future, and that also is enabling us to provide real tax relief to the citizens of North Dakota. We can't go back to the economic stagnation of the past. We need to keep building for a brighter future for all North Dakotans. That's why I ask for your support and your vote so that we can continue to move forward and build a bright future for our state.
Okay, first issue, and it's been touched on already, and you both have proposed various tax relief and redistribution plans, of course, with lowering property taxes. The budget surplus in North Dakota is part of this. So let's get a little discussion and debate going. Contrast your plans with each other, discuss, and what would this mean for the state of North Dakota? Governor Hoeven, you can get the ball rolling.
Because we've built a stronger, more diversified economy, and look at how our economy is moving forward with aggressive economic development compared to the rest of the country. And we're expanding and diversifying our economic base in value-added agriculture, advanced manufacturing, technology-based businesses, energy, and tourism. We've put ourselves in position. We've put ourselves in position to provide real tax relief to the citizens of North Dakota. Now we're building on a $120 million tax relief plan we put through in the last session, and now I've proposed a $500 million plan, $500 million, that will provide $300 million in direct property tax relief, $100 million in income tax relief, and at least $100 million more for discretionary education funding. We are reforming the way we do property tax, so we're not only bringing taxes down, but keeping them down in the future. That's real tax relief and tax reform.
Senator Mathern, go ahead.
You know, John has really been the tax and spend governor since he has taken office. Our property taxes have gone like this. Our income tax and other taxes have been going into this fund. In fact, I would say people in North Dakota have had double taxation. That's the problem. When he talks about this fund and the things that we can do, basically the bottom line is there has been fiscal mismanagement. Government programs and government taxation should match. They shouldn't be out of whack. And every tax, every spending program that this governor has been a part of has been under his control of his party. And I think the time has come that people know that people understand that in my tax plan, we target tax relief to middle income people. We don't give tax relief to out-of-state corporations or the wealthiest among us. Those are not the people. I'm talking about $300 million in income tax reform for the middle class, $250 million in property tax reform for the people living in our state, not people who live in other states. And I'm talking about funding education, funding counties in such a way that they have the money so they don't have to tax property tax as much as they are right now.
You know, my opponent is just not credible when it comes to the issue of tax relief. He has voted for $1.75 billion in tax increases. Let me repeat that. He has voted for $1.75 billion in tax increases. Now, we've held the line on taxes, and we've built an economy that's gotten us in a position to provide real tax relief. Furthermore, on this issue of out-of-state, over 90% of the tax benefits are in-state, and we emphasize property tax relief, which helps low income and fixed income the most. I'm sorry, you're just not credible when it comes to tax relief. You voted for $1.75 billion in tax increases, and you've already spent the surplus multiple times so that you aren't able to provide tax relief. We've put forward a solid plan that will provide $300 million in direct property tax relief. It will provide income tax relief to the citizens of North Dakota as well, and it provides 20% income tax relief to people in the lower brackets, which is about 70% of the people, and only 8% in the top bracket. So it is weighted towards lower income individuals, and it reforms and provides more education funding as well. So this is a great debate to have.
There's a lot of talk about that.
And all your talk about the surplus, we've built a surplus, we've built a growing economy so we can fund a tax relief.
Well, then you should give me credit for the surplus. You know, it's kind of interesting. You try to play it both ways, that in some ways you aren't for taxes, and you say that I am, and then you say the surplus is yours. That is phony. In fact, every tax in the last 8 years you have signed, the Republicans have been in control in the last 8 years.
We haven't increased taxes.
The Democrats
we have held the line on taxes.
Baloney.
The tax increases came when
everybody knows
were
that
in the legislature. Before I was in, we've held the line on taxes.
No, you haven't.
Absolutely.
You've passed the taxes along to the people in the property tax arena. Since you have been governor, our home tax credits have gone up almost 50%.
Senator, we've increased education.